Alright, another video. I've got more of a clear mind as to where I'm going to take this channel. I'm going to be taking it to clothing and fashion. I think that's my hobby, that's my passion, and that's ultimately where my future is, just clothes. I absolutely love clothes. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So why not start today? So being out shopping again in town. Oh, my nose is running. I'm not going to mention which town I live in. I don't want to be doxxed. Oh, but I've noticed a couple of the charity shops I once frequented have gone. One of them I can kind of understand why it didn't last. It was set up last summer, last year, maybe a bit late on, and it's gone. It didn't last. It didn't even last a year, and I could kind of understand why. It was run by, how do I put this? It's a bit of a hot topic issue at the minute. Like, no, I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to say it in like a defensive way. This is just a general statement. It was run by people that were more LGBT in that sort of way. That were in that community. I am as well. I'm in that community. I put myself in there. And they kept the place tidy. It was clean. It was nice. It was a little nice shop. There was nothing wrong with it, apart from the fact it was not to do with the staff at all. It was just how the stock was laid out. And this bit is probably what killed it off, because it even put me off shopping in there. The way they laid everything out, whereas normal shop you've got men's on one side or whatever, women's on another side, and if you charity shop and you've got kids stuff, you have kids stuff in a separate area, so you keep it all separate. This charity shop had no kids stuff in it, so it was strictly men's and women's. What they did, which really irks me, is they mixed everything together. So you had men's and women's trousers and skirts all together on one rail, mixed up, and they didn't size it properly. What I mean by that is you would have a 12 labelled as a medium and a 14 labelled as a large. They didn't use the size cubes. Didn't use the size cubes. So you were looking at things and it only had small, medium, large, extra large, double XL. That was it. You had no idea unless you looked inside the garment. That was your only inclination of what size it was. And this, to somebody who has their wardrobe like that, not me, and my wardrobe, I do have a few men's shirts. They are strictly to one side. Everything else is women's in there. But to whoever set that up, in their mind, that makes sense to them. But to the rest of the world and everybody else who's used to going into a shop and seeing men's on one side, women's on another side, you go in and you're seeing women's and men's shirt blouses all mixed together. So you got men's button-up shirts with women's shirt button-up blouses, skirts with the trousers, stuff like that. The dresses, obviously, dresses take up their own thing. Coats mixed together. But the thing is, you mix them together, it puts normal people off. And it kind of put me off as well, because I'm used to going in, I'm looking for a specific gender. And clothes do have a gender to them. Hence why the men's and women's clothes, you can't say they don't have a gender, they do. And we wouldn't have these specific measuring guides if they didn't have a gender. If they was all unisex, it wouldn't fit anybody right. It would fit very few people right. A lot of people would be too long in the arms or too tight on the shoulders or whatever. I mean, it's bad enough that clothes don't fit everybody in the sizes that they go for. I'll take those off now. It's bad enough that they don't exactly fit as they do now, but making everything unisex would make it worse. Things like t-shirts I can kind of get away with, like unisex. But stuff like coats, for example, this one is a lady's coat. You can see it's slightly too short in the sleeve for me, but that's okay because I wear gloves with it. That's fine by me. I was thinking of editing, altering it, but I'm leaving it as it is. It's fine like this. It's a really nice coat. Debenhams Classics. Charity shop find. Absolutely love it to bits. And this, from a vintage, it's a vintage find, this fur. Well, that's the thing, you've got to, in order to keep your customer base, you have to understand, what's the term? You have to understand commercial retail. Commercial retail pretty much is laid out for anybody and everybody. It's a set standard. And that's why, when it's set up like that, I even brought it up with them. I was like, look, this is coming from a trans person. I love what you've done with this shop. I love it. I found some brilliant stuff in here, unique stuff. And that's what I like. I like unique stuff. But my only irk with it is everything's mixed together. It's mixed together. That's my only irk with it. Sizing, yeah, and that's another issue. I need to look inside the garment to see the size. But the main issue is, it's gone now anyway, but the main issue is that, and I'm not surprised it didn't last. Because not everybody mixes the wardrobe like that. Not everybody likes that sort of stuff. And especially with recent events, I'm not surprised it went. Not everybody's looking to support LGBT anymore. They're just not. It's all going to be skew whiff and messy. It's politics. I don't want to get into politics. I've got in just in time. It's starting to rain. So anyway, I'm here with an idea in my mind that I want to take this channel to fashion, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make stuff. I've got plans to make stuff. I'm going to review stuff if I buy things online and what have you. I am going to be selling a lot of stuff. I'm going to be opening an online shop up, selling stuff, promoting it, and I want to just see how this goes. There will be live streams and stuff like that. I will announce live streams. I need to get more equipment before I get there. I just want to build this channel and grow. I feel like this is what I want to do now, and I'm trying to put pieces in place. So there'll be clothing, there'll be jewellery, there'll be boots, shoes, you name it, fashion stuff. And then the streaming will probably be a weekend, maybe a Sunday, depending on how things go. I need to, obviously, like I say, I need to get the equipment. I need a microphone. I've got the camera. I need a microphone and extra USB ports. That will come in due time. It's just a slow building process now. But yeah. So this is going to be me. It's officially going to be me. I've got a red jacket over there. I'm just going to try that on, just see what I look like in the camera with it. Not bad, not bad. This is a vintage find from Pop Boutique. Absolutely love Pop Boutique. The prices aren't too bad for what they are. Some of the prices in there are a bit too much, and some you're like, I'm having that. But yeah, it's not bad. There's going to be clothing alterations like this. I want to make these real pockets and a liner in here. It's going to be mine, so I'm not too bothered about its resale value falling through the floor. Donny that's its brand. From the quality of it, it does kind of seem like it was a bit more cheapy budget at the time, but it's nice. So that's going to be it for this video. Bit rambly, bit all over the place. I will get there. I will get scripting and things will come together slowly but surely. It will get there. Just stick with me. I'm new to this, new to narrate to the camera. I'm trying to get my thoughts in order. I do always struggle with a bit of, I don't know if it's ADHD, autism. I'm somewhere on that spectrum, somewhere. So my mind just wanders a little bit. That's just something you have to put up with until I get into a routine where I can script things a bit better. Be a lot of work, but it's going to pay off in the end, because I don't want to be working for a big company anymore. I want to be working for myself, and this is the start to it.